What's up, Ravens fans? Big news is brewing as we consider bringing in a veteran safety who's been around the league, with our defense facing some challenges. Could this be the spark we need to ignite our playoff run? We're breaking down all the implications right here, so be sure to hit that subscribe button and like this video to stay up to date on all things Ravens. Alright, Ravens Nation, we've got some news that's stirring up quite the buzz around here. The Ravens and Panthers have reportedly shown some interest in who was recently cut by the Steelers. Now, let's break this down because, honestly, I'm torn on this one. Here's a guy who was originally a first-round draft pick back in 2018, and he's had his share of ups and downs since then. But does he still have what it takes to make an impact in Baltimore? That's the million-dollar question. You see, Edmonds had a solid run early on, racking up over 400 tackles and even snagging 5 interceptions. But after his time with the Steelers, they decided to part ways after just one season in his second stint with the team. He was on the practice squad with the Jaguars before that, and now he finds himself back on the market. We've got to ask ourselves, what does this mean for the Ravens? This team has been known for its fierce defense, and while we've got some stars in the mix like Kyle Hamilton, the secondary still needs bolstering. Just last week, we witnessed Joe Burrow slice through our defense like a hot knife through butter, scoring 34 points and racking up 428 passing yards. That's unacceptable. If we're serious about making a run for the playoffs and beyond, we need to tighten up that secondary. Now, bringing in a veteran like Edmonds could provide some much-needed depth. He doesn't have to be a starter, but his experience could be invaluable, especially considering Marcus Williams hasn't been the most reliable option this season. Plus, with Hamilton nursing an injury, we could use someone who can step in and hold down the fort. The Ravens could really benefit from a player who understands the game and can contribute in crucial situations. But let's be real here, folks. Is Edmonds the answer? I'm not convinced he's the standout safety we need to revolutionize our defense. He's not the same player he was in his prime, and we have to consider how his past performances might translate to our current scheme. Do you believe this is a smart move? Personally, I'm divided. Now, let's pivot to the bigger picture. The Ravens have made some strategic moves this offseason, most notably bringing in Derrick Henry to supercharge our offense. That was a bold decision, and it seems to be paying off. But if we're going to compete with the best, look at the Bengals, Chiefs, and Bills, we need every piece of the puzzle working harmoniously. Why not bring in someone like Edmonds to help solidify our defensive backfield while we're at it? And speaking of the offense, I want to touch on the wide receiver situation as well. We've added some firepower there, but it all comes back to the defense. We can't afford to outscore teams if we keep letting them score at will. The Ravens need to be aggressive in addressing these holes. So, here's where I stand. I see the potential in bringing Terrell Edmonds on board, but I'm cautious. It's a gamble, and we've seen how high-risk moves can either pay off big or blow up in our faces. And you, Ravens fans, what do you think? Should we roll the dice on Edmonds, or are we better off looking elsewhere? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk about it. Will this be the move that pushes us closer to a Super Bowl run? Or are we just filling a temporary void? Your insights mean a lot, and I'm eager to dive into this discussion with you all. And don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow Ravens fans, and subscribe to the channel for all the latest updates. You know we're going to keep you in the loop on everything Ravens. And hey, activate that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Let's go, Ravens.